Hi, Margaret Bounds here. I am excited to talk to you about my experience as a participant in the Scholars 2 program with the University of Memphis. Last fall, I was so excited to walk on campus and be in a college classroom again. The relationships that I have made with my professors will be lifelong. I feel that I can lean on them once I get a leadership placement. I can call, I can ask questions, I can seek out, hopefully, research. This has just been a wonderful experience. Dr. Robinson, Dr. Green, Dr. Nelson have been just an excellent support system for myself. One other aspect of the program that I feel is so vital is I have gone through this program with 12 other colleagues. These are the colleagues that I will be with through my leadership experiences. We will be able to lean on each other for many years to come. I've found that we have pushed each other, we've asked questions, we have completely leaned on each other through this entire experience. One of the things that I've seen throughout each of my courses through leadership is this communication of a shared vision and how important it is. Um, One of the things that was so important that I've found is not only how we communicate that vision to our staff and to our students and to ourselves even is where's our long-term goal? Where do we want to be? If something does not align to it, then we don't need to do it. This is just part of how we need to how we need to communicate this vision to our staff. Um, Effective communication, and that is very difficult sometimes. But how we communicate, this is one of the common threads that I saw so many times in all of my courses through this program. One of the other things that was embedded every course was being the instructional leader. And I continue to ask Dr. Robinson, how do you know the content, curriculum, standards, everything on this side, but also be able to manage the human resources, the public relations, the logistics, the scheduling, everything on the logistics side, and not lose sight of why you were in the building to impact students? So, that was his main charge. You have to know everything inside and out. And I am so excited about the work to become that instructional leader for my teachers and my students. I really feel the importance of it. This gave me that foundation to understand, put the work in, and it will show. So, again, these are just two of the many aspects that I learned from all my coursework, but these two kind of stood out to me. Now, once you are in these courses, you have to do research, and through assignments, I began to see the same pathways and common threads of effective communication, professional development, these sort of personalized details for throughout all my research. So, like for instance, effective communication is one critical characteristic of an effective and successful school principal. Research on effective schools and instructional leadership emphasizes the impact of principal leadership on creating safe and secure learning environment and positive nurturing climate. So, again, how we communicate to our school and to our staff is one of the critical characteristics of being effective and successful, but also in creating that school positive culture and climate. These are all aspects that we need to be a part of to have that effective communication. Now, another thing I've began seeing a pattern of through my research is if we want students to experience powerful learning, which we all do, we need to create these developmental development pathways that allow school and district leaders to benefit from the same blended competency based and deeper learning experience that they seek to create for students. So, an expert level 5 math content lead teacher does not need to be sitting in a level 1 math professional development. This is so imperative for our teachers. They do not need to be sitting in professional development sessions that don't encourage growth and mindset. Teachers need to feel that that we understand where they are as a professional and how they need to grow. This is imperative as we go in to all learning experiences for our teachers to impact students. So, now I've seen it in my coursework. Now I've seen it in my research. So I just wanted to put it out there to ask my teachers, you know, how, what do you need? And believe it or not, this is what came back on my survey. Meg, we need personalized professional development, work on that, and intentional communication. Hmm. I just thought, wow, University of Memphis is trickling down into my school every day. This is exactly what all of my coursework and my research has said. So, one of the things, this is just through the eyes of a teacher, professional development in house, not district led, in house. We can really zero in on areas that are weak school wide. Planning professional development in small group type sessions. What is needed for K 1 might not apply for 2-5. So, not only using our teachers to drive the professional development, using that small group setting, using laser focused, grade appropriate professional development is so imperative. Also, looking at just professional at faculty meetings, small group sessions versus whole group are so much more efficient. So not only they're saying forget the whole group thing, let's get in, because the less people you can zero in and be more effective with message. So with the professional development, I continue to see through all my research, we should customize experiences for staff and their professional learning communities in order to personalize professional development. It's important for school district leaders to develop strategies, systems and plans to embrace and incorporate personalized professional development while ensuring those opportunities support the general work of the school and district. We must personalize this. We must. So, through my coursework and through my research, I kept seeing it. And so, one of my assignments was to create an action plan based on my research that I conducted. This is just one aspect that I came up with. It just shows that this program is applicable to your everyday life in the school setting. So, this is just a simplistic form that I came up with that each individual teacher can set professional goals for themselves and then create with a one-on-one conference with the support of the admin team 5 small action steps in the fall, winter, and spring to overall meet the professional growth goals for that school year. This not only gives a goal for the teacher, but it gives the goal for the leadership team. If we see that we have 7 teachers that are wanting to improve their classroom management, we can provide a professional growth application through like a professional development series in a small group setting for each of those 7 teachers. So this is not only for the teacher, but it's to help leadership and how we can support each individual each individual teacher. So we say that we want to support teachers, but we really need to work on supporting them as individuals versus a collective group. That is how they will feel internally that internal professional support. And so each individual teacher will grow. And then in turn, your entire staff grows, which impacts students, which impacts the overall school development. It's a trickle down effect. But you have to start small to grow big. Again, this is just a simplistic assignment that the University of Memphis led me to based on my research and coursework. This is a program that you will be able to use on day one of your leadership experience. Now, I told you the other area that my staff felt like we needed to improve on was intentional communication. These are just a couple of the quotes that I found. There's a lack of clear and concise communication. Increased communication amongst all admin. Not only were we not giving a clear message to our staff, we were also having mixed messages amongst our staff together. So our entire leadership was lacking. 74% of employees have the feeling they are missing out on important information at work. This is not good. That means that your employees feel like they're either being hit from different areas, they don't understand what's expected. So, we need to have that clear and effective intentional communication to improve this feeling. Now, every time I continue to say the communication of the University of Memphis is always think out of the box. Why does it have to be that way? The system can be changed. It doesn't have to be look like every other district. Constantly pushing your mindset. That's what the Scholars 2 program does for you. And so, like through one of my assignments, I came across this article that I thought about. This was a principal in Texas that he used to send out a weekly staff email that, everybody knows that is about this long and it has calendar items and everything. So he said that he discovered a app called MoveNote. And this has enabled him to video himself and just kind of talk through his announcements. And the teachers loved it because they could multitask and they got the bonus of pausing the principal. So, this is just one example of how the University of Memphis changes your mindset. Like, how can I change the status quo? What can I do differently? So, one of the things that I created with the help of my research team at my school was there was an overwhelming sense of email after email after email. So we came up with the idea to do a monthly communication with a focus on instruction. Through this would be the one-stop shop that a teacher could either keep on their phone, print it out, post it. They could see teacher spotlights. One way to support teachers is to recognize them. Instructional resources, upcoming testing dates, professional development opportunities. So these are just one ways, the one-stop shop, so a teacher is not getting bombarded after email and after email. Now, the upcoming testing dates are so important because it never fails. You get one testing date and then you forget it and you end up missing something. So, again, this could just be an effective way for your teachers to have all the latest information. And that we can do a focus on curriculum instruction so nobody misses out on anything that they need. My final thoughts. My final thoughts on the University of Memphis and the Scholars 2 program is I will take it with me always as I go through my leadership experience. I have been pushed out of my comfort zone. I have thought about myself in ways that I never thought I would. I have found blind spots. I have found ways to improve. I have improved as an individual and as a leader. I look forward to hopefully being employed within the district as an instructional leader very soon. But I will take this as my foundation, and I will always be thankful for it. I look forward to serving, but I also will leave you with this final thought. Once a tiger, always a tiger. Thank you.